Hey everybody, it is Erin or Gimme Yarn 418 and I am here with Thank God It's Finished. Apologize for not having a video last week, but Kristen was having a little bit of a flare-up of her MS, and well, actually it was more than a little bit of a flare-up, and it was just it was too much. I couldn't fit it in, so I apologize for that. Also, the Tour de Fleece videos I won't be posting those anymore because my Tour de Fleece is on hold. I'll Tour de Fleece later, I guess. Yeah, so I guess I'll start with telling you a little bit about what's been going on. First, last week we had Mia's blood drawn to check her kidney functions and her liver values. Her kidney functions were way out of whack the last time we had them checked, nowhere near where we wanted them. So we had it rechecked a month later, and her kidney levels are down to within normal range, which is great because the medication regimen she is on can do a real job on the kidneys, and we were afraid that it was causing renal failure, but it's not. So she's doing really well. The other 3 dogs are doing really well. My in-laws' dogs are doing really well. They're all big. Not big. They're all good. What else is going on? Oh, the dogs went crazy on Monday morning or Tuesday morning, and we couldn't figure out why. And it was like 3:30 in the morning. They just all went bananas. And when we woke up on Wednesday, we found out why. We had a huge, like thousands of pounds, anywhere between 5,000 and 10,000 pound tree fall. And by the grace of God, the only part of the tree that hit us were the weakling branches, the branches that just broke when they hit the house. It literally went from the back of our property to our chimney, which is halfway up the side of our house. And I'll put a few pictures in here for you to see. So that was fun. More of a pain in the butt than anything. I mean, it could have been a heck of a lot worse. If that tree hit the house, it for sure would have gone through the roof. I don't know how it didn't hit the camper. Not only would it have gone through the roof, it would have gone directly into my studio, and I wouldn't be surprised if it went beyond that because it's massive. Kristen and her dad are outside there right now for the 3rd or 4th day, trying to cut the thing up. It's an oak tree, so I mean that will maybe give you an idea how big it is. So that was fun. And my other gripe, I guess, and I hate to complain, but is that I am officially at war with my local post office. I went to pick up my mail yesterday, and 2 packages that I sent out last week were sitting in my post office box waiting for me. I didn't ship them to myself. They weren't labeled to myself, but they kept them, I don't know, they hung around for a while and then came to me. So, Z, your package has been reshipped at a different post office, and Terry, there's a package for you, which I actually sent that package like 2 weeks ago. I had to get all new postage for it because the other post office refused to ship it, so that was fun. But those 2 packages went out. So what I'm saying is that if you're expecting a package from me and you haven't received it, please contact me so I can find out what the heck is going on. This is not the first time I've had something like this happen. Previously, someone ordered something and contacted me 3 weeks later and was like, I haven't got it yet, what's going on? And I went to my post office because the tracking showed it was still in Heartland, Vermont, and it was just sitting there. It was just sitting there. I guess it went on vacation to the post office. Needless to say, while I'm keeping my post office box for incoming mail at that post office because we get it for free, I will be shipping elsewhere. I will not be shipping any more packages out of that post office. It is nothing but a headache and a chore, and I will be filing a huge complaint. I've already called and talked to a few people about it because I'm just beside myself. I'm so beside myself. I mean, I'm running a business. I can't. Packages can't just sit or be shipped to myself when they're clearly marked to go somewhere else. How the heck that happened, I just don't understand. I don't understand. On the realm of the shop, as I said, I will not be shipping from that post office anymore. I have 5 bags. Oh, I have 6. Hold on. I'm not sure why I tell you to hang on. Look at my hair. Isn't that lovely? You got... This is me. This is my real life. Where was I? Oh, there's a couple bags going up in the shop. All I have to do is add the drawstrings. They will all be $20 plus shipping. Shipping will be $2. And if you see one that you want, message me and I'll set it aside for you and set the order up just for you. First is this bicycle bag. This is the only bag that has squared bottoms. Squared corners, a squared bottom. There are 2 turtle bags with yellow lining. The colors are a little bit off because I am indoors today because of the chainsaw. 1 flower bag, 1 sheep bag, which I don't expect this one will last very long, and 1 elephant bag. They have to be ironed too. So those will be going up. If, like I said, if you want one, send me. You can either comment or send a PM, and I will set that up specifically for you, so no one can snag that from you. So that's all the life stuff. Now let's get into why you're really watching this video, which is knitting, crocheting, no spinning. Let's get into the bulk of it. So I have a boatload of finished objects. The first finished object you haven't even seen. This is out of Karen 1-pounders. I used 4 full skeins on this. It's a ripple blanket. I can't even show you the whole thing. I did 3, 4, 5 stripes of each color with the thin bordering going through, and I love it. I don't have any use for it, but I wanted to make a blanket, and I sat down, and it took about a week and a half with a whole bunch of projects in between, so that wasn't that bad considering my track record with blankets and Afghans. For instance, the sparkly blanket of awesomeness, which I haven't touched since the winter, maybe the fall. The next is the sockhead hat. I called this on my Ravelry page, Never Say Never, and as always, all my links are on my Ravelry page. I can say with 100% certainty I will never knit this hat again, but here it is. This is knit out of Barocco socks. Barocco socks? I think it's Barocco socks. You'll have to check my project page to be sure. I like the way it came out. It's just not my style. It's super duper slouchy, and the person who it's for is a very willing recipient. So there's that. The next thing I made was for the Christmas in July and August knit along. The first was this little crochet heart. It was a pay for pattern. I probably wouldn't crochet this again for Christmas per se, but I'm thinking of making some more of these. Oh wow, my shirt's like all uncomfortable and it's like a straitjacket all of a sudden. Anyway, side tangent. I'm thinking of making a couple more of these and putting lavender in them to put up in the studio, because I keep lavender all over the studio just to deter moths. So there's that. And this is made out of Bernat Softy Baby, which I like the yarn, but I don't really care for this color of it. I also made this little snowman, which still needs its name embroidered, but I want to see how many I can get done, because there are so many people I want to make these for. There's this one. This was knit flat, and as you can see, it seamed up the back. I won't be knitting them flat again, I don't think. So right here, the name will be embroidered. For sure, I'm going to make at least 3 for each of our nieces. 1 for each of our nieces. Cross stitch. I cross stitched. Can you believe it? Let me see if I can find them. I finished 2 yesterday. The first one I finished. I actually went upstairs to look at the cross stitch kits that I have, and for someone who does not enjoy cross stitch, I have way too many. I finished this one, which is an antique sewing machine that looks just like mine, except for the blue. There's no blue on my sewing machine, it's all green. And then I finished the knitting cross stitch. Then there's a third one, and then I'm going to make them into a quilted, like faux quilted wall hanging for up in the studio. You'll see more cross stitch in a little bit. And the last thing I finished, nope, not the last thing. Last thing I finished that I can show you is this cute little sheep change purse. I made it out of this kit, which I bought on Etsy like a year ago, and it was $12.50. It comes with the pattern. I'm not going to show you that part. It comes with the purse frame, the eyeballs, and a popsicle stick to glue it in. You need to have the yarn and rubber cement and pliers. I don't know if I'd make another one, just because the knitting was so super simple, but the assembly was kind of a pain in the tuchus. Not to mention, I think $12.50 is kind of pricey for a pattern and a purse frame, but I haven't priced them to see how much they cost, so there's that. This is going to be for me, I think. I'm not sure. I also have 2 other finished objects, which I will tell you about and then show you in succession. I don't know the word. Succession? Don't you love when I just talk about nothing? Anyway, so I finished 2 projects. The first one was a sock monkey hat that someone contacted me on a Monday and said I need it Wednesday. And I said I can, but you're going to have to pay shipping, because they were not in Vermont. They weren't even in New Hampshire. But they loved it. And the other was for another Hugo, that huge button monster I made. I did a barter exchange with somebody for some quilting services, and I will insert a picture of both of those here. So that's a lot of finished objects. And I still have a whole bunch of works in progress. The first work in progress is the castle pullover. I honestly have not even taken it out of the bag, and I am now realizing that I am speaking completely in run-on sentences and not even taking a breath between things, so I'm going to try and remedy that. The next thing I am knitting on are the simple Skype socks. Here's the first one. You've seen it before. This is the second one. I turned to the heel last night, and I've started on the foot. My goal is to try and finish this tonight. This is knit out of Blue Moon Fiber Art Socks That Rocks Millends that I got at Rhinebeck. I'm almost done with my Rhinebeck yarn from 2000, whatever year I went. I didn't go, I guess 2011. Yep. I'm not going 2014. I'm going in 2015. So I have to finish that if I want to buy anything. I have to finish all that yarn if I want to purchase anything at Rhinebeck in 2015. Another work in progress is I started, this time in the round, another snowman ornament. I'm knitting this with some palette, because I have a ton of palette, and what's this other yarn called? I want to say this is Shine, or Comfy. It's a cotton yarn, but this was the only fingering weight I had in white. So there's that. I have another skein in there to make another one when I finish that. Those are quick. They don't take that long. They do take a long time, actually. They take like 3.5 hours. for something so tiny. But that's okay. They come out really cute. And the last thing I'm working on for the Christmas in July knit along, I'm not going to take it all out. I have 32 of the 72 pieces completed, is the Peppermint Throw by Red Heart. It's a free pattern on redheart.com. It's a really fun pattern. I believe Mikey has a tutorial about it up also, so if you were having trouble understanding some of the stitches, you make 42 of the large motifs, and you make 30 of the small ones, which I have here. But the large motifs have a variety of edgings, so like this is edging 2, and I have 10 of my 10 done. And that's all my works in progress. Nope, that's not all my works in progress. I also have a cross stitch. I started my final cross stitch, which is the crochet, hook, and the ball of yarn. And I did this much yesterday. So yeah. Do you like my little needle minder? I got it on Etsy. I don't know where, but there are several. If you search sheep needle minder on Etsy, there are several that come up with this exact same one. So that's that. So that's all my works in progress. What's up next? More Christmas. I need to start Max's stocking, and I want to get several more ornaments done. I also would like, I do have a cross stitch that I want to start after I have to finish this. So when I finish this in 2015, no, I'm going to finish it in 2014. When I finish this one, I'll start the other one, and that one's going to be a super duper long-term project. So more Christmas and cross stitch, socks. I think that's all. I still want to make Mrs. Bakery Bear. I want to make some more toys. I'm itching to make a toy. So yeah, that's it. And I have 2 thank yous. The first thank you is to Bruno. Bruno sent me a pattern for some colorwork mittens, which I'm itching to make those too, so maybe those are up next too. And then Zoe sent me this fabulous package full of vintage patterns. And I'm not going to show them to you now because I'm in the process of organizing them, as well as the ones that Jan sent me. And I'm going to put them all together, and I will show you, and I will again thank Zoe, and I will again thank Jan for those. So, last but certainly not least, we have our Christmas in July and August knit along, crochet along going on over on the Ravelry board. There is a chatter thread where you can talk about what you're doing, what you're working on, things like that, comment on other people's projects, and there's a finished objects only thread where you post your finished objects, 1 photo per post. I'm asking that you tag your photos with Xmas TGIF, so that it can be a quick search. I just think it's fun. I'm new to tagging, so I get all excited about tags now. So, yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I'm also looking for some suggestions for prizes for the Christmas in July and August knit along, crochet along. So if anybody has any suggestions, that'd be great. Remember, I'm not getting paid to do this. This is all. So don't say, oh, you should give somebody a $50 gift card to Michael's, because as much as I would love to do that, and if I had unlimited funds would do that, I just can't do that. So something small, but that would make somebody happy. If you have suggestions, I would love to hear them. So I think that's all I have for today. I just picked up my little change purse again. I think it's really cute. Maybe I would make another one. I'm going to have to look into how much these little purse frames cost. I didn't say. This is knit out of kitchen cotton that I had upstairs. So, okay, I'm done babbling, and I'm really fearful that you can hear the chainsaw going in the background. So that's all I have, and I hope you're all doing well, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.